Hello everyone, it's me Benjamin, Benjamin's Outdoor Adventures, and recently I found something pretty interesting, and that's it. Now, give more of an explanation. It is a Vevor mini woodworking lathe, approximately about yay big. I thought it might help me in my fish lure making and bead making things. It also makes some earrings and all kinds of cool little things. Basically help my little business out. Now, my little business does not make that much money, so I'm trying to find more ways to make enough money to support myself and possibly do other things in the future. Now, as you saw in the thing, yeah, that photo, it's about 25 bucks, 27 bucks. Pretty cool, pretty interesting. I thought, hey, why not get it? So recently bought it, and I'm still waiting on it to get here, but as soon as it gets here, I'll show you what it is. Hey, future me, mind taking over? Alright, past me, I'm here. Here's the lathe. I will be putting a video of me using it at the end, and right now I'm just going to be going over what I think of it. For 27 bucks, you can't complain a lot. But it's a decent little lathe, smaller than expected. They used millimeters instead of inches to measure it. Although, while it is fun, I am going to come to the things that are better than what most expect. Some people may expect this to be made out of aluminum or some sort of low quality iron. It's actually made of steel. It's actually pretty good. The only problems I have with it is the centers are not centered. They are not. Another problem, the screw here. Well, it might work for small projects and very light woods that screw in very easily. Not very good for other pieces, as it can bore out a hole, cause it to come loose, strip, and toss something. You have to keep this nice and tight and screw it down. It does come with an alot key and its own woodworking chisels. I would not recommend the little the wood-handled chisels or woodworking chisels, as they aren't very good. The high steel one with the black handle is better. It comes with a very powerful motor with 12 speed settings from the slowest to fastest, and they, oh yeah, they work. A simple on-off switch at the back. On, off. With a little aluminum tool rest here, it's not bad. I do wish they added a secondary one that's a little bit bigger, or just made this a little bit bigger, because to work on a full piece you need something bigger. It gets annoying or tiresome when you constantly have to turn it off, unscrew it, and move it on larger pieces. But on smaller pieces you don't have to really turn it off, or no, you don't really have to disassemble the whole piece of wood off of the lathe pieces here. And make sure to keep these little things in line with the holes in the bed, because the tailstock here has some very interesting little Allen key screws. It does come with the Allen key to tighten the screws, and you can get a pretty good hand tightening on them and so on. Also, be careful. If you have a large piece of wood that's unevenly weighted, it will rattle the shit out of this. It'll throw it, ping the person in the head, which it did to me, and it'll cause screws to come loose, because this it no longer moves because of these. I had to replace the little nuts at the bottom twice because they would unscrew themselves, unmount, and the entire motor cage and assembly with the chuck here would shake all about and cause your wood to be thrown off, or have very poor cuts and lines across the thing. That being said, let me show you a couple of the things that I made so far. Hold on. Alright, I'm back, and yeah, I get the cigarette. So, going over these, don't worry, these are mainly meant to be like weird fish lures or something else. Tried to make a little bass bumper. Did pretty well. This was my first attempt. I just need to drill out the mouth, paint it, and get it weighted, and put some hooks on it. And I think it'll be fine. You can get some detail out of this. But for larger pieces of harder wood, like this burled oak, it does require that you do very well, or have some better chisels or something, because this was very hard to turn on that little lathe, even at the highest settings. And it's oak. It's hard as shit. This is seasoned oak. But you can get very intricate. You can make some pretty good designs. Use a little doorknob for a little hand table or cabinet thing. Yeah, it has holes, but it does work fine. For smaller things, for like the balsa wood, you know, the cute little wood squares for whittling you can get, you can make some interesting things. There's some attempts. As you can see, and you're always going to have a hole in it unless you chop that piece off. It's very nice, very smooth, especially you can get some pretty good finish with the sandpaper it gave you. It goes from 80 grit to around 600 grit sandpaper they give you, and so on. Another little fishing lure, try to go for the advanced proper things, but I think it's pretty good. You can become very intricate and very nice with it. I do believe with time and practice you can make some awesome things. Earrings, beads, and other things. It just takes time. Although I would recommend that Vevor get a different chuck bit for it, so you can hold the work a lot better, because that little screw will bore out a hole and your piece will no longer be spinning on it. You would have to cut it down so you can drill it back in or something, or get a chuck bit or something else. I can't really say what. Also, I would recommend getting some actual chisels for it. I got some Windsor chisels. They're not meant for lathe work, but they work for my case. Because the little wood handle chisels that come with, hold on a second. These things aren't the best. No, they ain't. As you can see, I tried using them the best I could. The things they come with aren't the best, but they do work for very, very soft woods. I would recommend getting some chisels though. The only good one is this black high-speed chisel it came with. And that's the one that works the best in my opinion, and the one that doesn't bend and crumble. Yeah, there was originally 6 of these little wood handle chisels. There's 5 now because one of them shattered, and luckily I had safety glasses on. It's light, it's small, you can put this on your desk, your desktop, or whatever. The center here comes out easily out of its bearing housing on the tailstock. And the centers, they aren't centered, they're off by a little bit. Now that's not a problem with a little woodworking thing like this. It will still work, but on a machine lathe, not so much. You want precise pieces on the machine lathe, get something a little bit better. But for 27 bucks, you get what you pay for. It's nice, it's easy, it's fun to use, and I get to make all kinds of cool little things and help my business out. I can make earrings now. Haven't made any yet, but I do plan to. I can also make more fishing lures and a few other things. With that being said, please like, comment, subscribe for more. Stay safe and have fun. See y'all later after the woodworking video. Testing out the mini Vevor lathe with its provided chisel and rest. Shit. Oh, it came off balance. Oh shit. Apparently I didn't have the chuck or the spindle hinged tight enough to it, and it's bending the fuck out of the screw here. Get the hammer. And again. Oh. Hold on.
Now time to use my chisels. Now these aren't high-speed chisels or lathe working chisels, but they work just as fine in my opinion. Smooths it out a lot. Kind of wish they had a bigger tool rest there, but they don't. They didn't provide that. You could do this one-handed, but miniature chair lathe looks good.